Hi guys, it's me Anne, and I'm coming back to you with another video. This video is going to be a little bit different. I know you looked at the thumbnail of this video and you were just kind of like, what the hell? That's exactly how I felt the whole time that I looked like that. What the hell? So I'm going to get into why. And the reason that I'm shooting this video without any makeup on or anything like that is so that you see me. It was a little over 3 years ago. I was 24 years old. I attended one of my friend's barbecues. Now he has this barbecue every year, and I believe it was like the third time that I attended it. But this year, in 2014, it was a little different. There was like, the air was very thick. There was a lot of like things going on, and it looks like it was like very aggressive, like in terms of like the crowd movement and things that were going on to my side. But I chose to ignore it. But I remember there was a point in time where I was just like let me just go home. This is so crazy. I have no idea why I feel this way, but it's something that I ignored, which was my instinct. Okay, I ignored my instinct because I was like, I came here with my friends, they seem to be having a good time. One of them, I don't even know where the heck she's at. You know, I'll just relax. And I remember sending one of my friends a text message. I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back here. Like, there's just too much shit going on. Like, I'm ready to go. And I believe no more than 5 minutes after I sent this message, shots rang out. And I'm talking about gunshots. Now, I first didn't know why everyone was running, but everyone started running in one direction, which was the exit. So I, hustled over there too, and that's when the shots rang off. I remember getting towards the door and seeing the door and falling down and people falling on top of me. And I just remember looking at the exit like, you can make it, you can make it. And then just feeling like the breath coming out of my body, like almost like I was dying, like the life was coming out of my body. And I just remember just telling myself, okay, that's it. And I lost consciousness. I don't know how long I was out for or anything that really transpired during the time that I was out, but I remember waking up on my own and hearing EMTs and all that stuff. And this side of my face was burning, okay? I was turned over on my stomach at this point because they were like trying to figure out if I was shot or anything like that. My best friend, oh my gosh, you would think that he was dying. The sounds that were coming out of him, it was like so excruciating. Like, it hurt me, and I was like unable to open my eyes at this point, and all kinds of stuff. And I remember just feeling like my boobs were exposed, because they were. I heard one of my friends saying, you gotta cover her and all that stuff, and they were just kind of like looking for bullet holes. And then they determined that I wasn't shot anywhere because I had on white pants and like a blue kind of like bustier kind of thing. There was no blood anywhere, but I did have a lot of facial injuries. I remember going into the ambulance, and at this point my eyes were still closed, okay? I just could feel that something was wrong with my face. So yeah, I peeked open my eyes a little bit, and it was kind of like blurry and stuff, so I didn't like bother, and I couldn't like open them like this. So I got to the hospital, and I had a whole entourage at the hospital. It was crazy. Like, my friends are amazing, and just judging based on like their reactions and things like that, and the way that they were talking and babying me, I'm like, yeah, this is probably pretty bad. And I remember I said, I want to see what I look like. My friend, took a picture and he handed it to me, and I could barely see it. I opened my eyes, and that's what the picture looked like. And I freaked out. Like, I completely freaked out. At this point, I felt crazy. Like, I didn't know. I was refusing any painkillers from the hospital. In addition to being in physical pain, my spirit was just kind of like completely broken. And I remember taking a picture of my face which looks like this. I was released from the hospital a few hours later. When I got home, that's when the real struggle began. That's when I blew my nose and blood started coming out. So I Googled it. At this point, I'm looking at my discharge papers and I'm looking at Google, and I realized, I'm like, yo, my nose is broken. I have all this bruising under my eyes, which is usually a sign of a broken nose. And my eyes are bloodshot red. Nothing, I didn't even get a CAT scan while I was at the hospital. So I was still pretty messed up. So I believe a day or two after all of this happened, I went to the eye doctor. He looked at me completely for free. I'll leave his information because he's an amazing eye doctor. His name is Dr. Bazan. We call him Dr. B. He's so amazing here in New York, in Brooklyn. Love him. And he got me a pair of glasses the same day, which I purchased the glasses. They weren't expensive. The same day so that I can like start to see. And I ended up in the emergency room not too long after. And that's because I had a facial fracture, a broken nose, my eyes were bloodshot because there was some kind of like bleeding and all kinds of stuff. So I had to go to a different ER to actually get treatment. I had to get a CAT scan and all that stuff. Now, I start to take a selfie every single day. And the first 2 or 3 days that I took a selfie, I was looking at nothing, in my opinion. I was just looking at someone with scars. I had no idea who I was. At this point, everything that I worked so hard for was gone for me, because it's like I had this fear going on inside me of, damn, like that's what it feels like to die. Like I just, you know, there's just all kinds of weird thoughts, which is crazy because at this point I was at the height of owning a hair company. Like I'm talking about, orders were amazing. I came off of an amazing sale. I was doing so well financially. I had just gotten myself a new car 2 months prior because I just celebrated my 24th birthday. There were so many things that were going well. And I went from all the way up here to nothing. Like I couldn't understand. No, by day 5, I was like, okay, something has to give. Like by this point, I got my new phone because my phone was broken before. I was in contact with my late friend who unfortunately passed away in December. And he gave me the pep talk of a lifetime. At this point, he had just found out that he had cancer 5 months before that. And this was his second round of cancer, and it was more serious. And when he told me, I promise you, I was on the floor bawling like a baby. And he was comforting me. Like, he was actually laughing at me because he's like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Like, what the hell is going on? Why are you crying like this? Like, get a hold of yourself. And he had one of those moments with me when my face was like that. And he was just like, we are strong people. We have gotten through so much in life, and there's so much that has happened. And if you give up on yourself, you're giving up on me. So he basically let me know that, you know, it's just my face. It'll heal. I'm alive. I'm well. And if I'm a person who bases like who they are and how well they're going to do in life based on how they look, then he doesn't know me. Because the person he knew from junior high school was the little nerd with her glasses on. And after that conversation, I sat down and I realized, I was like, you know what? F it. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get through this. So I went to work after a week. My eyes were still bloodshot red. My face was just still there. This is one of my pictures from work right here. And everybody in the office looked like I was crazy, and they asked, can you be here? I said, yes, I'm physically fit to be here. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to work, because if I stay home and I just lick my wounds, I'm not accomplishing anything. So I went to work. I started, you know, receiving orders again, but at this point it was a little different. Things had started slowing down, and that's a whole nother story for itself. Okay, by let's say September, my face was pretty much back to normal. and I was like back to normal. My eyes weren't bright white yet. They were like tinted yellow a bit, and a little, I guess almost like jaundice, but they weren't like bloodshot red anymore. So fast forward to now. Personally, these lessons have now led me to be here. So when you see me saying things to you or giving advice, it's not that I think that I know it all. It's just that I genuinely want to help. So I hope this little story time gives you a better idea of who I am. I hope that you took away something from it. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.